We're going to give it one more time. Welcome, welcome, Halito. If you're out there listening to me, wherever you're at, on the job, wherever you're at home, I'm hoping that you're having a blessed day. Halito, to everyone, I don't care what you're going through in your life, whatever's going on, whatever distractions that are happening, it's going to get better. 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 I had to give me some reading glasses order to see the screen. When you know that you're old, that you're getting old, you start realizing that shit break down. When you realize the little things in life that happens to you, little shit breaks down. It took me all these years, and now I need glasses. I mean, 46 years old. I mean, I was 20/20 vision all these years, and now all of a sudden, now, goddamn it, I need glasses. And this is something that is going to happen to everybody. There's something that's going to happen slowly but surely in age. As I get weak in the eyes, I get stronger in other places. Jay Free in the house. Love and respect to you, bro. Jay Free is in the house. Last night, for those who didn't get a chance to see my replay video that I did out of TikTok, of course, I be on TikTok and I'm dealing with Caucasian people, I'm dealing with Native Americans, and I'm dealing with the Mexican people. I'm dealing with all these entities. I like to say all these different entities, and this is what happens when the truth strikes people. When the truth strikes people, they come to attack you. And they will come with all power to try to attack you. You know, some I had came from TikTok and who has followed me from TikTok and came over to my YouTube channel, and some did not like the heat, some unsubscribed, which I'm cool with that because you can tell the real from the fake. Okay. So, of course, I had some that come down to my channel just to spy on my channel, basically to see what's going on over here. Trying, and they've been putting dislikes and they've been very upset. So, I had like 5 people to come over here from TikTok and 5 people to unsubscribe, which I'm not upset. Shout out to Stocksy in the house. Stocksy Martin in the house. I'm hoping that I am definitely not eating your name up too bad. Okay. Yeah. There are some things that is going on in the conscious community, and I tell you, they are very angry at people like me because I have a larger platform on TikTok, and they get to see my face. They get to see who I am, which I don't mind showing my face. Okay. No matter what I do, I don't mind showing my face. Okay. Don't think I'm a bad looking guy. Okay. Now, what I wanted to talk about, and we're talking about the original, and we're talking about the teachings of us being the original and understanding what original means. Okay. How could a people be original and treated as the last? How could people maintain that they are the original and being treated as the last? And there's a lot of ways to tell this. In many ways, you have to understand coming with the name original, Aborigine, which is original, comes with a fight. Now, people say, what does it matter who was first? What does it matter who was first? Well, our people did not give a damn about who was first. When back then, it was only us. We didn't have anybody with agendas to change our nation of people. We didn't have people who have lied on record, and changed the narrative of who is the original, who's the first Indian of this land. Now I had a conversation, and they came at me with everything from the kitchen sink. They came at me. And one of the things that they said was Native Americans was not called Indians. And I told them that is correct. Native Americans were not called Indians. I want you guys to understand that the reason why they were not called Indians. See, they use Indian, the word, as we were Aborigine, we were also indigenous. But they use the word Indian as an insult. Now, I want you guys to understand that they use the word Indian as a way to insult the dark complexion man and woman of Turtle Island. Now, you have to understand that they called us Indian, which is the same definition of black. Okay? So, before even calling us African American, before they changed that narrative, and before the time of being called copper indigenous, because penny, I used the penny test, and I showed them the difference of gold, copper, brown, and the difference of you being, shout out to Moonfry, and the difference between being copper and the difference of being black. There's no there's no way in the world that you can actually function in your life to believe that you're black. Now, we have light-skinned people in our culture. We have dark-skinned complexion people. We have mocha. We have so many different beautiful ways of copper, beautiful colors. That's what makes the uniqueness of our people. Understanding that our people come in all different crayons of brown, beautiful brown, all kinds of different. That's why I don't understand why our people, like Michael Jackson and certain others, can't stand the complexion of their skin. Did not, Mike was bleached himself because he was programmed in the system that had told him that he was ugly. When you are programmed, and they have used Jim Crow laws to believe that the white dog is beautiful than the melanated dog that they call black. Now, understand they use that melanated dog to use nappy hair. These are things that happen to our people, and that's the reason why we're in the condition that we are today with low self-esteem. We hate the way we look. We hate these wide noses. We hate these beautiful lips. And these are conditions. These are things that they have taught us to be in schools, to not love who we are. These were a part of the Jim Crow laws. The Jim Crow laws was to make you feel bad about how beautiful you truly are. Okay? You are the original, and our women have genes, certain genes that no other woman on the face of the planet has. It's the Eve gene. She is the original of the world. Now, I shout out to Chief Flemings, the original, Mexican, the original Mexican that came from the equator were melanin copper, color people. They didn't have Mexicans in them days. In them days, Mexicans didn't come over from Spain at that time. So the original people down in South America were melanin copper people that were close to the equator. Now we have people. That's why they call us the people of the sun. Our people, we draw energy. We manifest. We draw energy off the sun. We heal off the sun. We are the sun people. We are the people of nature. And when you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, you will understand the truth of the original people of this land and this world. We did not only reside in South America, our people were seekers, travelers who came from South America to Canada. And we were travel all across Turtle Island seeking all of the lands and the greatnesses of Turtle Island. You guys got to understand when they have poisoned the minds of our people for so long, making us believe that we are less than the other man or the woman, then you start to believe this shit. So it's going to be hard over the courses of the years to change the conditions of the mind, the thinking of the mind. When you have been in, it's been engraved inside you. When things like this have been engraved inside, it has been engraved that you are less when you are more. It has been engraved that you are less when you are more. Okay? The power of our people. Bloodline matters. Shout out to Mr. C. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. When you think about what we talking about, and shout out to D. Harris, you have to understand to break the melanated man is to uneducate the melanated man. And how you do it is self-esteem. When you beat the melanin man with low self-esteem, you able to weaken the melanated man and woman. So then it becomes a thing. The creations, all the great creations, creators of women who know how to make these different hairstyles, and they fool you to believe that it's ugly, and then you see white women wearing melanin women hairstyles to this day. You see the same thing that they call nasty. See, they called melanin women with big behinds, big breasts, nasty. See, Jim Crow was to fuck up the mind of our people to believe that our bodies, our mind is ugly. So when you destroy the mind and make them sensitive, because that's what our people have been, sensitive, and have broken our people. And this is what they did. And I was telling people that the colonizers, they didn't take slaves from another land. They took the people that resided here. Now you want to believe in that mumbo jumbo slave trade and believe that all the people came from Africa. I'm sorry, somebody's calling me while I'm on live. For those of you in the chat, you see me on live, please don't call me. If you see me on live, please don't call me. This, unless something's terrible happening, it's not no time to call me while I'm on live. You have to understand that, you know, frequency is one thing, and it's easy to distract. And we have to understand that we have people out here that never meant good to us. And I have to tell you that I had explained to I had a debate last night. I mean yesterday, and in that debate, I won the debate. Even the guy, he just had to say, look, man, I came here for Black Lives Matter, a war against you, because do you believe in Black Lives Matter? And he strictly tried to attack me due to the color of my skin, assuming that I'm defending Black Lives Matter. And I told this fucker, I said, look, brother, and this dude here was cool. When I tell you this, this white boy was cool. Once he understood who I was, and once he understood what I was saying, he had the whole different perspective of who I was. And the first thing that I told the brother, I said, look, man, George Soros came out here with an agenda. His agenda, see, everything that you start, he hijacked a agenda that was for good. He took it for a good purpose and turned it to a purpose of bad. And I told him, I said, look, Black lives never matter when, I shout out to Brother Lawrence, Black lives never matter when we are killing our own people. Black lives never matter when we are killing our own people. Make it make sense. When our people in certain areas, there's a little girl that's murdered out here in the streets. When there's a little boy that's shot and the bullet didn't belong to him and he got shot and he died. When do you see these politicians? Where do you see Black Lives Matters? Where do you see these Al Sharpton? You see all these people. Al Sharpton now is dancing with his bootleg ass. He's dancing and he's making a mockery of the melanated people, as he has been doing for years. Laniel in the house, 5813. You have to understand these people agenda and why do they do the things that they do. When we out here murdering and the mothers are out here moaning the loss of their children, you have to ask yourself, where is Black Lives Matter? You have to ask yourself, why do they not have the same energy that they have? Why are they not out here protesting when a little girl is being shot, a little boy that's being shot, a mother being killed, a grandmother being killed? As soon as a cop kill one of our people, we ready to go crazy. Oh, hell no. And this is what we do. This is what we do, and that's why they can't take us serious. They can't take us serious when we can't take ourselves serious. We're still buying from the same people who have been oppressing us for years. Some of you motherfuckers out there still wearing Gucci's. Some of you motherfuckers out there still wearing your oppressor, the things that your oppressor has been holding us down on. Some of you people are still wearing polos, still supporting them, but won't support melanated people communities. Our bones is the real DNA. It's a fact that our bones are the real DNA. And then you tell these jackasses, and you have to understand that when you cannot find your bones in West Africa and you can find your ancestry here, make it make sense. Make it make sense when your bones, when your people is right among you. You can find your DNA, but you cannot find your DNA somewhere in Africa. You cannot trace yourself all these years back to Africa. There's no legitimate proof that you come from West Africa. When we look at phenotypes, nose, and we look at lips, nose, lips, phenotypes, facial features. I don't care if some of us are light-skinned. I don't care if some of us are darker than others. We are still the original. Our bones trace back to our original. Our bones trace back to our original. You just have to understand and make it make sense. So many times that we listen to people who are teaching us, the people who went to college to get educated to teach us the ways of the European. And you really going to believe that they're going to have your best interests. You really going to believe that the European who has slaved our people for thousands of years are going to tell you the truth about you. See, they did not slave and take Africans and brought Africans here. And that's what you have to understand. People were already here. They enslaved the indigenous people that were already here. I know if you find it strange, you cannot take that many capacity of people on boats. Show me the proof that all these boats contain of people, and how could 100 guys hold down a mass of Africans in the first place? That's disrespect right there. That's disrespect right there. For you to even believe that our men would be such a bitch and allow the white man to hold our people down, bring them. You think that we stupid or dumb? The people they would have went down with the ships. They would have died, like Haiti. Like Haiti, the people from Haiti, they fought and they jumped in the river. You gotta make it make sense. Some of you guys don't want to clear this shit up. Some of you guys love being called Africans. Some of you guys love being a foreigner in your own land, because that's all you really is. You are giving up your nationality. You're giving up your birthright by saying that you are a foreigner in your own land. You were born in the hospitals of America, but yet you're giving up your birthright. You were born here on this soil, but you're going to give up your birthright. They're telling you not to love America, love Africa. How dare them? How dare them tell us not to love somewhere that we only know? The only place that we know we don't want to shed love to. Some of these Pan-African motherfuckers ain't never been to Africa. Some, not all, have never been to Africa, but powering up for Africa. But don't love. We got poverty in the streets of America. We got people under the bridges in America, but you sending money to Africa. Make it make sense. We got problems with our own people. Make it make sense. You have to understand that these logics are ridiculous. Some of these historians who have told you lies and lies and lies and lies, not a fact. None of the things that they said out of their mouth was a fact. But you believe it because Master said it. When are we going to get better, folks? When are we going to get over our oppressor who has been oppressing us for many years? And now, Jim Crow, they don't have to oppress us anymore, because Jim Crow has us against each other. And we will never open up the book of the mind, because if I was a white man telling you this, you would believe it. I had a white man on my panel yesterday, and he was agreeing with everything I was saying. It seemed like when he started agreeing, everybody else started agreeing. I think it's just crazy that our people can't buy into what truth is. Because you're gonna fall last in line. You're gonna always be wondering. You're never gonna overcome. And people say, well, why? What is your purpose of teaching people that you are Aborigine to this land? What is it gonna do for our people? What is it gonna do for the people now? What is it going to do? What is it gonna change? Well, you know what? First of all, it changes the morale of our young men and women who don't know where they come from. It makes them understand that the lies that was told to them, they were always belonged here. That another person can't tell them to go back to Africa because this is their homeland. And it's necessary to tell the truth. It's necessary to talk about the truth. It's necessary to expose the lies that have been told to us. It's necessary. You go in schools today, and they trying to do away with history. Now they because they say that we are making white kids feel bad. That the white kids was not in slavery. They had nothing to do with slavery. Yeah, but you benefit from your ancestors, from the generational wealth. Now you may not have done anything to melanated copper people. You may not have done a damn thing, but you benefited off of off of generations and generations of financial wealth. You got Joe Biden out here giving everybody money. Joe Biden is giving, and he's right in our face with it. He's giving every group money. But you notice we still don't get money. We get statues. We get a holiday. Do you really understand this? Yes, I've never seen so many dumbass melanated black people, because I'm gonna call them black people, celebrating for a motherfucking holiday when we should be we should be trying to fight to get money and financial wealth for our people. Give us our land. Give us our acres of land, our 5 acres in the mule. Give us what's owed to us, and they have never done it. They have never done it. They have done all they have done multiple times is lie to the people, lie to our people, and then we steady vote for these same motherfuckers. We steady voting for them, and all we doing is voting ourselves away from the country. You're voting yourself away from your own land, and you don't even realize it because you do nothing about it. African American does not exist. Now, if we're talking about Barack Obama, we're talking about Barack Obama. His mother was American, and his what's a European American, whatever you want to say. She was born here, and his father was from Africa, was from Nigeria. Well, Kenyan, from Kenya. That's an African American. But we allowed our oppressor for many years to oppress us into things that we did not want to do. Many people, the reason why the word black is in existence today is because there were a lot of people that did not want to be called African American. So they went for being black. So you went for bad to worse because black does not exist also. And you guys just don't realize these things. Many of us don't even have these things on our birth certificates. You can see the proof. The proof is in the pudding on who you are. And when I got up there and I let this person on the platform, he was very respectful. But at first he was trying to attack me for Black Lives Matter. Didn't know what I was affiliated with. So you have to understand that I stuck by the facts. And I, from what they did, the little debate meter, I won the debate. See, you cannot argue with people. They can't beat you when you're speaking facts. Nobody can hurt you when you're telling the truth. So continue speaking your truth. Do not allow people to sit there and shut you up. Your voice is all you have. And stick with it. Lawrence Burton said, they taught us about slavery. How they think we felt to sit there listening to that crap. And you have to understand, at a young age, they came to me in elementary and pushed, and this was in 1988. I remember this. And they came in with roots, and they pushed roots in our classes. And I have never heard anything about slavery until I learned about roots. Now, I'm not going to say that our people was not enslaved, because there's facts that people were enslaved, but the people that were enslaved were people that were already here. that were hijacked from their land. Their lands were taken away from them, murdered, set on fire. And what you got to understand, these people these people were rich people. Our people were wealthy people. And they took wealthy families. They took wealthy families and they murdered wealthy families. You cannot take land on record. And when you understand, your offspring understand what belongs to them and legally to them, you can take back your land. Once you learn land patents, once you learn the laws, you can get your land back. There are tribes, there are people out here that are getting their land back right before our eyes. If you guys don't think it's happening, you need to read and understand. So I'm letting you guys understand that they're never going to stop. See, a Native American can never be an Indian because the Native American was a part of the crew that were calling us Indians. They were the ones they were with the Europeans calling us redskin. They were calling all them names is the same meaning as black. All them words, rather you talk about, rather than calling ourselves redskin, or rather than calling ourselves Indian, it's the same meaning as black. They didn't call that to Native Americans. Native Americans were migrated over here from Siberian, and they came here and they saw us here. They knew who we were. And when we built the pyramids, and when they took us and overtook us, they helped the white man overtake us. They helped the white man overtook our people into slavery. And then what they did was they want to act like they were the watchers of the Olmecs, that they watched the pyramids. They were the ones, when they were the ones was with the Europeans taking land from our people. See, all these people work hand in hand. Asian people, when you think about a lot of Asian people, why they can't stand us, hurry up and buy. They are connected with all the other ones. Hurry up and buy. A lot of Asian people, not all, because I know some sweet Asian people to this day that I really like. But a lot of Asian men, it's not the women. There's a lot of Asian men who have a lot of problems with melanin men. And I'm going to tell you why. One of the reasons, because Asian women have a thing for melanin men. Because Asian men have small wee-wees. Very small wee-wees. Them and most Caucasians have very small wee-wees. So when shout out to Tony, they have a problem with melanin men because they women want to lie with our men. You gotta understand this, because they got very small wee-wees. And it's like the small man syndrome. I don't know if you ever heard the small man syndrome. A man who is too small and too short and have that big, he has that attitude problem. And if you look at it, most of the Asian women have a very attraction to American Aborigine men. But they man knows that they can't satisfy their women. So they hate us. They have always hated us. And this is a problem. These people discuss, I've seen it so many times. They have a pure hatred when it comes down to our people. That's why we were called bucks and braves. And that's what a lot of people understand, that we were called bucks and braves, because they treated us just like they do in the football. They check our people like they animals. Well, they were doing the same thing. And like I said, they would take, and then when the Africans came over here later on in life, like in the 1940s and 1950s when they came here, they would take the Africans and they would try to make the Africans with the Aborigine Indians. They tried to do that too, to try to make a massive black man. That's what they were doing. Okay, so to work the fields, they would try to merge the small group of Africans that came in later years and merge them and have them sleep with each other, and that's what they would do. Okay, so if you have African in your bloodline, that's why. If some if you a guy that I know I don't have African in my bloodline, but if you a guy that's has mixed a mixed heritage of African and Aborigine descent, that's probably why, because they was mixing our people with their people. Okay, so they wanna get away to the fact. They want to act like we don't exist. They want to act like they want to move their eyes. They get mad when they see me walk around with my feathers. They get mad when they see me walk around with my feathers because some of us know who we are. Everybody don't know who they are. And this is what these teaching moments are about. This is what us coming on YouTube is about. This is why I go on TikTok, because we have a lot of brothers that never knew about this information. Now, you may get tired of hearing me say it and talk about these things, but there are other people who don't know the truth about Aborigine people. I want you guys to understand this. And we ain't got no time. We ain't got no time, y'all. We ain't got no time. I lost I had some people from TikTok come over to my channel, and they unsubscribed. 5 people unsubscribed to me, and now I'm back to 7.9 because they once they realize that I'm not your friend. They realize I'm not your friend. My channel is about uplifting the melanated community, telling them about who they are. I have no allies. But if you want to come in and learn without your feelings and learn the truth of the Aborigine, I'm cool with you. If you want to come in here and you want to learn something, I'm cool with you. But don't come over here with the bullshit and get mad because we speak facts. See, these are a lot of problems. Melanin man and woman are the ones who are hated throughout the history of our people. And I want you guys to understand it. The melanated man and woman are the most hated. We're talking about everybody. We're talking about everybody in the universe, the world. We're talking about everybody. We're not going to just talk about white people. Everybody hates us. And you have to look deep inside and ask why. You got to look deep inside. What did you do to these people for them to not like you? Nothing. My people, you did nothing. Shout out to Big Dog Philly in the house. And I want you to understand, when you are the original and you stand for truth, they always going to be after truth. People come after truth. And I want you to understand that when it hurts you very bad when you see educated people come on and see, they want us to be ignorant like the Jim Crow laws. They want us to be stuck in our capacity, stuck in our old self. They want us to be crippled to the knowledge. They don't want us telling our people about the truth. So a lot of people don't know who they are, man. So many people walking around, you look at them, you say, man, these people, man, y'all, these people are Aborigine. You know, we know who we are. There's a lot of people who don't know who they are. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to the Janet, the Nubian queen. And I want people to understand that this content ain't for everybody. Because people gonna get their feelings hurt. I had a guy come to me and told me, you still from Africa. You still from Africa. But I told him, I said, look, you love Africa so much and you just so creative. You don't never see them praise our people. You don't never see Africans praise American black people in America. You don't see that. They don't praise us. But they culture, they love stealing our culture. They love dancing off of our music. I never understood, if they are the original of us, why do they copy us? Ask yourself, why do they copy us? They say that we don't have a culture. They say that we don't have a culture, but they consistently copy us. When you look at Africans, they still wearing flat tops. They caught on to the flat tops back in the 80s, the early 80s, and the 90s. They're people still wearing flat tops. We didn't get flat tops from them. They dancing and doing some of the moves that we're doing because they come from us. We don't come from them. We are the original people. See, they led you to believe that we come from them, and no, it's the other way around. They come from us. You look at the talent, you look at rap, you look at all the culture, you look at the things that we do in New Orleans. We celebrate the dead, we secularize. We don't get that from African culture. That's a culture that they have followed from us. They still got them cheesy ass flat tops. Now, still ain't got that fade right. They still ain't got that fade right. That shit look all jacked up. Still got that shit like that. But they're wearing flat tops. They're wearing flat tops. Some of them can't even grow a beard. You look at most Africans, they don't have beards, mustaches, and beards. But you said we related to them? Now, I'm not saying all of them, but there's a lot of the Africans that can't grow facial hairs. They got women who can't even grow hair. But you say that we come from them? When you look at our blood type, the blood type is not even the same. And if I'm related to you, shouldn't I have the same blood type? If I'm related to you, shouldn't I have the same blood type? Nobody ever questions that. Nobody ever talks about that. I don't get it. But they tell you we come from them. They tell you that everything comes from Africa. They tell you everything comes from Africa, and I beg to differ. I beg to differ on all this, because once you learn the knowledge, once you learn the truth, you realize, well, that you are the original one and they're not. And that why are we having the great sufferings that we have? You know why? Because we are the original people. We suffer, those who suffer the most are truly the original people. Those who suffer the most are truly the original people, because there had to be a son. We have been against nature for far too long. We have been a following nature, a following nation of people, and we have to grow beyond following. And that's the problem with our people right now. We got so much talent that we should be leading all people of color across the universe. They look to us to lead the way. They look to us to lead the way. They want to be led by us. These people want to be led by us, but how we gonna lead? How we gonna lead when we killing each other? How are we going to be who we need to be when we are killing each other? How are we going to be who we want to be when we talk to our women the way we talk to our women? Bitches and hoes. You wouldn't call your own sister a bitch and a hoe, but you're going to go call somebody else's daughter a bitch and a hoe. You wouldn't even call your own sister, your mama. But you go out there and you belittle our melanated women. You wouldn't even do it. Because you don't understand. People don't understand the dynamics of Jim Crow. People don't understand how ugly Jim Crow laws was and how all the things that it has done to put us against our own people. Native Americans have A, B blood types. Moors have type B, which they are connected. And see, people don't want to do the knowledge and understand the truths behind this. And then I tell people, the people that's here in America, you really got to watch what you do, because these people are putting you, they're saying the wrong things to you. They're saying the wrong things to you. You go to these doctors, they're not telling you the truth about you. They're not doing that, and you really believe that they are. You really believe that they have some kind of love for you. Some of these people are killing our people in the hospitals. Our people are dying right there in the hospital. You don't think they have racist doctors out there? You don't think they have doctors out there that's racist and they don't like our people? And you be wondering why your aunt B died. You don't know what's happening up there in surgery. She might have mouthed off too much, and they ain't like her. And they didn't put her to sleep. They didn't send her to the upper room because they didn't like her attitude. See, our women, they say they have attitudes, but our women are strong people, and it takes a strong melanated man to deal with a strong or melanated woman. But when you are weak, you want it easy. See, these men who want the opposite, want somebody from some rather is whoever it is, an Asian woman, or they want somebody submissive, but they don't want somebody strong, because some of the men are feminine, and they become weak around a strong melanated woman because they're feminine, because a lot of them been raised by single parents, single mothers, and a lot of these women today. And listen, please don't take this offense. I love single mothers, because I come from a single mother. But you don't understand that this new generation of single mothers is not the generation that your mother and my mother came up on. Some of these single mothers are out here are breaking their sons. And they sons hate. And I want you guys to understand this. They sons hate their mothers. When your mother been calling you bitch, I just seen some of these ladies calling their sons, come here, bitch, come here, hoe, calling their own son bitches and hoes. And some of these young boys grow up and, like, not loving their mother. Some of these mothers treat their sons like that's their husbands, in a negative way, not in a positive way. So we got to do better within our community, within ourselves. And you wonder why these young men have so many they're so weak. Tantrums. They have tantrums like little kids, because it's all about how they raise. And if you raised a fucked up way, why would you think that he would respect you if he can't even respect? Some of you ladies go marry men who can't even stand their own mama, and you think that they're gonna talk to you well. He don't talk to his own damn mama good, and you think that he gonna talk to you good. Make it make sense. You gotta understand, if he doing in on his own mother, what the hell you think he gonna do in on you? But you think he loved me. He loved me. Love don't hurt. Love don't hurt. Love should never hurt. And that's what I want you guys to understand. It starts in the mirror. When you can be able, I always respect people who can actually look at themselves and tell truths about themselves and not seem like they all perfect. Because Lord knows I have done some things that I regret and that I am getting better with in life. I hate people to act like they have never been through a struggle in their life. I hate people to act like that they never fell short in their life. I hate people like that. Because we don't see. They think because we don't see. And it's crazy. They think because we can't see. They think because we can't see them. But somebody, the truth always come in the light. Not Native American, not Native Africa, has AB blood type. Why? And I tell people all the time, a lot of them Native Americans have the same blood types as the Africans. A lot of them because when you look at Asia and you look at Africa, you look at Europe, all that's around the same area. And you have to understand that. And then they think that they think we stupid, that we don't that all these people come from one big boat. They want you to believe this. They want you to believe these things. And we are catching the attention of people who out here, they've been trying so hard. And we're not going to let it. We're doing so much of a good job, man. I have some of the best people that's in my chat. Some of the greatest people in my chat. Some of the great supporters in my chat. And when I got people like y'all make me want to come out here every time and split that game. Pony Lock in the house. Pony Lock always tell me, I don't get your notifications. I don't get your notifications. But when she do, she always show up in support for Peanut Nola 504 and this Aborigine channel. Always. Pony Lock will catch my replay. If she don't catch it up, she catch the replay. But I want you to understand that everything starts with our families. It starts with how we treat our children. It's how we treat our spouses, how we treat people in general. We'll never build tribes. Or what are you in it for? Because like I say, social media goes with let me tell you something. When you talk about social media, we have seen the Pan-African Americans. We've seen them have flow. We've seen them dominate for a very long time on social media. We have seen the Hebrew Israelites. We have seen them, and you don't barely hear these channels like you did before. Because you know why? Our people are on top now. Our people are the woke people now. But the problem is, we woke. But we're gonna fall in the same trap. You heard me? We're gonna fall in the same trap if we listen to toxic people. If we're gonna fall in the same about, I like this favorite, that's my favorite content. I like this guy. I like that lady. I like that person. No, we all supposed to be one Aborigine. Even the channels that are doing the worst, that's not doing too good. If they're Aborigine, we got to support them. We got to share their continent. It should not be no one man that we look to as the Messiah when it comes down to this truth. There's no one. My information is your information. The things that I dig up and the things that I learn is yours as much as yours as is mine. And I want you guys to understand it. It's not about Peanut Nola 504. And when people get their egos out their ass, then they'll understand, then we'll be better off. We will be better off when people start talking more about this knowledge and keep doing the work of nature. Once we keep doing the work of nature, we're gonna get better. Bones are the real DNA. Even they found bones that came from Europe. We gotta support each other, Tony. And we can't be these, and one thing we don't want to be is a guy because I might not like a person and I caught you in somebody else's chat and I don't want you, who the hell is me to tell you where to go? Because I want people to understand that everybody has a place in this thing. They might, another person, when I listen to a vegan, the greedy vegan, he might have something that I don't have today. When I listen to Aborigine Power and all these great channels, they got something I ain't got today. We're feeding each other as one group. When I looked at RE channel, RE has an awesome channel. RE has an awesome channel. And she talks about corruption, how some of these brothers and sisters always destroying the foundation of our people. We don't mind people calling our women bitches and hoes, but you ain't gonna let your sister. Shout out to the Doc. We got Mr. Dog Man in the house. And I want you guys to understand this. I want people to understand that when we're not gonna sit here and we get up here and we allow as a man or in the community, we allow as a man in the community that men shit on the women in the community. Yes, they got some dusty ass women out here. But when we out here belittling them and we talk bad about the dusty ass women, we are no better than them. And we don't understand that. We are no better than them. Because I be damned, I could talk about my sister, but I be damned you talk about her. See, we gonna have to start getting it together. We're gonna have to start getting it together. This knowledge is for everybody. And I told people I'm gonna lose some following. I'm gonna lose some following for motherfuckers who saying that I'm hurting their money. See, that's what I'm gonna lose following from. For people who mad because I'm telling the community that we gotta do better. That we should not talk against our own women. Talk against our own men, hurting our own community. I'm going to lose following, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a goddamn. And that's what people don't understand. What are you in for? Did you come here for consciousness to help your people, or did you come here for the views? Outside of my family, this community is the best best thing going on for me. I don't really watch TV. Jay Free, you are the man. It's like I know you personally. It's like I know you right here. And I could sit here and tell you I am so endeared to all you brothers and sisters who come to this channel. My love for the Aborigine channel is bigger than myself. My love for the Aborigine community is bigger than my name, Peanut Nola 504, Silver Wolf. It's bigger than me. Because you guys take the time. Some people listen to me on the job. Some people take their time on the job to come listen to me. Some people take the time on their jobs and they be listening to me while they're working. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, listening to Peanut Nola 504. Because you could be anywhere. There's so many great channels that's going on right now as we speak. And you could be anywhere, but you decided to come sit with me. And that's how great you guys are. Moon Fry. That's Moon Fee. I hope I got this shit right. I hope I ain't chopping y'all names up, but y'all know you heard me. Janet the Nubian Queen, you could be anywhere. Pony Locks can be anywhere. But you guys support me, and which makes me, I just so appreciative of so much great people in this community. I think we got the best. We got the less toxic people in the YouTube community. We have the less toxic people in the YouTube community. I mean, yeah, we might have 2 or 3 people. That's a little negative. But even them have some great content. Even them, we want nothing but good for them. I have been very critical of certain people. I have been very critical of certain people who I admired for so many years. I've been critical of them, but I don't want nothing ill will to happen to them because they're still Aborigine. They're still our brothers and they're still our sisters. I want you guys to know that. I love fries, dude. She loves fries. I look, I'm from New Orleans, and I got people name up. You heard me. Sometimes it's buku times I didn't got up here, and I had somebody come on, and and just literally watching their name, and I just gobbed this shit up. You heard me. And I know, and I'm sure y'all know I mean well. You know what I'm saying? Because I got nothing but in due time I'm gonna get it right. In due time I'm gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't, so I just want y'all to know I don't mean no harm when I'm jacking up your names, okay? I don't mean no harm, okay? But I want you guys to understand that I am nothing, the content is nothing without you guys. And I want you guys to understand it. The content is not about the content is all the is this content is not mine, it's yours. Now I want you guys to understand that we have a lot of young people that are being killed. Watch out for your children. Tell your children to be in groups with people. They're snatching our young boys like yesterday. They're coming after the young boys, and they're coming after young girls as usual. So tell the boys, even though they got muscles, even though your young boys are strong, it doesn't matter. They got people out here that can knock them in the head. I appreciate you too, Lawrence. You don't realize how much I appreciate you, Lawrence. And I want you guys to understand that they are young people out here that are being snatched right underneath our noses. If you see something suspicious, you see a young person out here, and you see something very, very suspicious, you know, intervene, intervene, get in it, intervene. Go out there and ask the young. If you see something suspicious, that could be your child. Have empathy and sympathy for other people like it would be your child. And if you see something not right, you guys get involved. Don't be afraid to get involved, because you could save somebody's life. There's a lot of things going on. We cannot lose our offspring. We cannot build tribes without our offspring. Without our grandchildren and without our children, we cannot build tribes. Yes, we got to protect our children at all costs. And I want you guys to understand, at all costs, we have to protect our young people. And I want you to understand we got to protect our elderly too, because one of our elderly person I was looking at on news, they killed the elderly person, bust one of our elderly sisters in the head, and they murdered our elderly. They're murdering the elderly. Okay. Peanut, I see for his hand every day. Yes, they are murdering our elderly people in the old folks' home. You guys put your mama, your daddy, and all these people in there, and you think that they just died of natural causes, and you don't realize that they're murdering your parents, your grandfathers. They're murdering them there. And I know your ass don't want to go your ass in the old folks' home. So you have, do your best to, and if you're gonna put them in the old folks' home, try to be there. Don't just let them rot in the old folks' home. Shout out to the great telepath God. Shout out to the great telepath God. This guy here is just he's been such a great person in my life. I'm so happy I met you, brother. Some of the things the wisdom that you have taught me, I always recognize, brother. Game recognize game, brother. And you have so much so much wisdom, my brother. So much wisdom. And I want you to understand, we have to do better watching the old folks, man. The old folks need us, man. Our elderly people, they need us. And go sit down in the old folks home and talk to them about the good old days. Talk to them. They will tell you the truth. Ask them about what happened back in them days. What happened? Why we all of a sudden calling ourselves African American when we were always calling ourselves copper people? When we were always calling ourselves our copper people. Why? What? What pushed this on us? What pushed this on? I definitely will, brother. What pushed this on us? What this agenda? And this agenda is keeping us in a bubble. Because When you think about being African American, when you vote being African American, what has it ever fucking done for your community? What being African American ever done for your community? I want you to sit there and think. Foreigners come in your neighborhoods. They're selling you bad liquor. They're selling you all the cheap shit. They're selling you drugs in your neighborhood. What have being an African American ever done for you? Martin Luther King, some of the worst streets in America is Martin Luther King. What has being African American done for you? You don't get the good schools. Your schools are deplorable. Your community, you got churches that are rich. You got these so-called Christians out here that are bamboozling the community. We got young people who not learning nothing in school. Joel Osteen has a mega church, and some of these people throw all their money to Joel Osteen, to all these pastors that ain't doing nothing for them. When are we gonna learn, folks? We have wealth. We just throw our money away to the wrong. We give our money to the wrong. We make other people rich. We make other people rich. We are the original, and being the original, we should not be copying. They should be copying us. Managa. I hope I got that right. Managa. I hope I got that right. Another great channel, another great supporter, another great supporter. And I want you guys to understand that. You can't sit here and tell me you don't hurt for your people, man. If you don't hurt for your people, you're not human. And surely your ass really got to be African. Because I hurt for my Aborigine people. I hurt for our struggle. But we can change these things. We can change it. We struggling. We ain't struggling because we struggling because we want to. We can change this. Trouble don't always last, but when you put yourself around negative people, you start thinking negative. Negative energy, all it does is bring you down. I told people when you're trying to do businesses and you want to become somebody successful, you have to get rid of some of the people that's not successful, who don't have the same drive you have, because they want to see you in the same condition that they are. There's a lot of brothers and sisters don't want to see you or rise up. They want to see you stay on the same level as them. And you have to understand these things. The only way you're going to grow is you got to leave some people alone. The only way you're going to build your get financially game the way you want to, you got to leave some people alone, because they got some people that's not going to go where you're going. Some people are not going to go where you're going. I want you guys to understand that. So I talked, but I want to thank you guys. And I shout out, Big Dog Philly has a great channel. Please subscribe to that, brother. The Telepack, a lot. We have a lot of people, that has great channels that follow me. And I just wish that we support each other no matter what the feelings. Even if I disagree with somebody, what I'm saying, if you believe in somebody's content, you believe well, guess what? It's not going to stop me from supporting you if you are with somebody I don't like. That don't have nothing to do with me. Because you here for the breakfast, you here for the content, you here to eat, you here to learn something. And if you can learn something from somebody else, even though I may think that they're negative, I'm not gonna never tell you where not to go. I am not your daddy and I am not your mother. And we got to stop doing that. Telling people where to go and where they can and where they cannot go. We got to grow together as a tribe. All of us, we got to grow together as tribes. We got to learn who we are because we are family. We are family. And we have to understand all the things that we're going through. I didn't, I woke up one time and Sister Betty, for those who have not heard from Sister Betty haven't called me in I don't know how long. And Sister Betty, had multiple heart attacks. I just pray that she didn't pass away. I don't see her on social media no more. She was a big supporter of my content. And if you're out there, Sister Betty, I hope, and I pray. I still pray to the Son. I'm a spiritual person, so I'm still praying for you. I hope that you're still alive because you was such a really really nice lady that always supported my channel, and I just you had multiple heart attacks, and I just hope that I was in. I hope I would. I wish I was there for you throughout all of whatever you was going through. And I hate to see, not see you up on the panels no more, not see you around no more. And I know that you losing your husband. Yes, that's I'm starting to believe it now because I'm starting to believe it now because she would call me all the time. She would call me all the time. And her husband before she died, well, I'm not gonna say she died until I know the facts. Her husband had left her, and when her husband left her after she got him healed and she cleaned behind him, he was very sick, and after she got him healed, and because she told him she don't want him in the ballroom no more, he left her. And when he left her, Sister Betty had another heart attack. And I care about the people who follow me. Shout out to Egyptian Garters. I care about the people who follow my channel. You are somebody. You're not just somebody in the chat. I care about the people who support my channel. And she used to donate to my channel, and I used to try to give the money back to her. And I told her, take the money back. I'm okay. She told me, no, you gonna keep it because you keeping me going. She told me, you keeping me going. And I don't see her on nobody else's content, no chats, no Nature Boy. I don't see her no more. And this is a lady who was calling me all the time. And it's sad. So if you are a spiritual person, whatever your beliefs, whatever your beliefs is, if you're a praying person, whatever you do, send something to Sister Betty. Because those who know, and you are so right, Pony Locks, rest well with the ancestors. And I kept calling the phone, and she never answered. And that's not like Sister Betty. She called me after surgery multiple times. She called me after surgery multiple times. She called me after surgery. It's terrible. And I just want you guys to understand that our community is more than just us being in the panel. We are family, y'all. We family. So I just had to think about that. All the people that I talk to,
I see you guys in the chat. I see RE. I see D Harris. I see all you guys. Egyptian goddess. I see all you guys all the time. All you guys. And I wish nothing but blessings to all you guys. And I hope that you're living a healthy life. I hope that things are going well for you guys. Because as you can see, I'm starting to get my face back. I'm starting to gain weight myself. I went through some problems, man. I was sick, but I'm back. I'm back. So, y'all got me feeling all type of ways right now. I didn't mean to bring up Sister Betty, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll do some do like a memorial on YouTube for Sister Betty. I think I'll do one. So it is what it is. I'm gonna celebrate the dead or whatever. Once I get it confirmed, and then I'm gonna celebrate her life. I'm not gonna moan because she was a spunky lady. She used to sing all the time. She would talk about her days with her husband. We gotta keep that kind of energy, y'all. We got to keep up with that kind of energy. Yeah, I was falling in the wrong direction. When I tell people, well, Lamont, what's going on? When I tell people that during the hurricane, there's a hurricane that hit Louisiana and Mississippi. And when I told people that I had to go to New Orleans and get some relatives, and I had thought that I had got COVID for picking up some from out the old folks' home. I had a mask on and everything, and I thought it come to be I was negative for that. So I said, well, shit. Well, how did I lose? How did I go from 248 pounds, from 48 pounds to 195 pounds? When it come to be, it was my potassium. My potassium was so low, and I had to take pills for that. And I wasn't taking the pills, and I lost all that weight. All I was doing was fasting. I drank water, and I drank juices, and I ate soup. That's all I did. And I lost in 3 weeks. I lost 48 pounds. So I was real scared. I thought something was wrong. Now I'm back at 200 pounds, thank God. But I'm 6'3". I'm a very tall guy, and I didn't know what the hell happens. Was she from New Orleans? She was never from New Orleans. She loved New Orleans so much. Pony Lock, this lady here was from Michigan. She was from Michigan just like you, but loved Louisiana. And she had people from her children lived in South Carolina. Children lived in South Carolina. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. So I get attached to people because people support my channel the way they do. And I just want to tell you, I would have the same empathy and sympathy for you guys. If it's Sister Betty, then I'm thinking about that on Facebook page. I think she did pass away. Wow, because she is on Facebook too. Oh my God. And I feel so guilty because she kept calling me, and she would call me, and you know, she would call me all the time. And I had times where I was taking care of my things with my children, with my wife, and things I was doing. And I probably missed her call, didn't realize that she needed me in her last times, because one time she had a massive heart attack, and I was there talking with her. Yes, it's Betty Spit. It's sad, man. And you guys seen her on my panel several times. You guys seen her on my panel several times in the chat, always donating, always. And I had to try to stop her because she was on a fixed income, and I didn't want her sending me money. She followed Nature Boy and all that stuff for years, and then she caught on to me. She found me from the Nature Boy content, and she stopped following him and started following me. And then she started following me. That's what she was doing. So, we're gonna leave this on a high note. I want to thank you guys once again. Remember, that like and subscribe to Peanut Nola 504. Remember, we're gonna try to get this thing up to 1K. I found out something, y'all. I am being blackballed on YouTube. I found out. I went through a lot of my videos and I looked and I seen strikes against my videos. People are calling strikes on videos that's not music, and I think that the Native Americans, they've been coming after me and they've been striking my videos. A lot of you guys have not been able to see my content, so please share my videos. It is what it is. I'm going rather. I don't care what they do. They're not going to stop my drive. Remember that this is an Aborigine perspective. Remember that this is an Aborigine. Is not a Native American perspective. It is not an African perspective. It's not a Mexican perspective. This is content for the Aborigine American. This is not Aborigine in Australia. This is Aborigine American. Okay. I was going to do a panel, but we didn't do a panel today. Um, if you would like to donate to the channel, if you would like to support the channel, that is the Cash App. If you would like to help the channel and keep it strong. Once again, um, I just have I just talking about Sister Betty kind of weakened me, y'all. So y'all just bear with me on that because it's crazy, you know. When I was a baby, just a few days old, a lady from Bogalusa, Louisiana, wrapped me in a blanket to protect me from the rain. Something special about y'all in Louisiana, and I want you guys to understand that I come from a people. We people think that I got voodoo in me because I celebrate the dead. We carry caskets. We dance, we do rain dances, we sing, we do a lot of things that we do sacrifices and stuff, not too much of an animal sacrifice or whatever, but we do a lot of things that and we do spiritual movement things. I don't do voodoo, okay? So I just want people to understand I don't do voodoo. So yes, we have some special people in Louisiana, and we're gonna make we try to make you understand that debt is the new birth. Debt is the new birth. You got to understand that your body is nothing more than dirt. It goes back to the dust. The body ain't nothing but a shell. When you understand that the body ain't nothing but a shell, that you truly never die. My mother died 2 years ago, when now it's going on 3 years, of cancer. My mother died of breast cancer. My father, my blood father died of at 49 years old. He died of stomach cancer. 4 years ago, my middle sister, died of breast cancer. So I know what it's like to lose people. I know what it's like to hurt. I know what it's like to feel pain. Spirit continues. Your people is around you, watching over you. The ancestors are watching over you, my friend. So whatever you're going through, the energy level don't just go anywhere. Even the demon, even evil people, they don't go anywhere. So be careful out there in this world. Live your life like it's your last. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy. Do something for you. Do something with your spouse. Do something with your children. Do something. Stop being tight. Stop being tight with your money, because you're not going to be able to bring it down or bring it with you to wherever you go. You're not gonna bring. My cousin, my mother twin son died 2 weeks ago, and I had to sing at the funeral. And he was a millionaire. He was a millionaire. And I want you guys to understand, his wife was younger than him. He was only, his wife was, out of 27 years, his wife was younger than him. His wife, his wife, his wife is running around, dancing, enjoying herself. And he died of a massive heart attack because he was depressed because he gained weight. You got to love yourself. You have to love yourself. When you love yourself, then you're able to love your spouse. I'm glad I lost the weight because the doctors kept telling me you better lose the weight. My feet don't swell no more. My feet don't swell no more. My feet don't hurt no more. My blood pressure is low now. We can do better with each other. But the Betty Smith, I know she's still alive. I don't know if her last name is Smith. I got to find out. I don't know if the lady name is Betty Smith. The Smith part, I don't know. But I'm going to find out because she follows me on Facebook. And I have not seen Miss Betty. So if she's alive, I praise to the Most High. So it is what it is. So you could be here today and you could be gone tomorrow. Shout out to that brother Jersey Williams. Shout out to Jersey in the house. I don't know if that's a brother. I think that's a sister. Is that a sister? Please, with all due respect, please, if I'm calling you a man and you are a woman, I apologize. Because it's hard for me to see your face. I think are you a female? Let me know, Jersey. Shout out to you though. Shout out to Keith Graham. That brother Keith Graham. But we got some of the heavy hitters in the chat today. Some great people. And I want you all to always remember, don't ever change. Don't change for nobody. Be the best of you. Be the best of you. Don't try to change for these fake ass people out here in this world. Be the best that you can be. So, once again, please subscribe to Peanut Note 504 and this Aborigine channel. Please support the channel. So I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for coming around. But I'm out of here.